February the 8th, tree flowers. Trees in flower last month, for example the hybrid strawberry tree, autumn flowering cherry, Persian ironwood, and various early cherries continue to flower through this month. Trees now coming more fully into flower include mimosa, yew, some willows, and even red maples, Acer rubrum, and the much-awaited magnolias if the winter has been a mild one. Trees which tend to make their first appearance in February are a host of new cherries, Prunus species, the headed tree, Umbellularia californica, as well as the occasional eucalyptus. Two other cherries well known for their early flowers are elms, Ulmus species, and the cornelian cherry, Cornus mas. Elms are easily distinguished this month by their small, dense crowds of crimson flowers with projecting clusters of black anthers, all of which are produced on bare branches. This makes rarer elms, such as the Japanese elm, Ulmus japonica, in Kensington Gardens, Chinese elm, Ulmus parviflora, in Hyde Park, and the fluttering elm, Ulmus levis, on Tooting Common, all easier to find. Cornelian cherries have a similar but more open bunches of yellow flowers, which are also borne on bare branches. The latter bush or tree arrived in the 16th century, when its colour, rare in winter, would have produced far more excitement than it does today. Now these trees, which are common in London parks, especially Kennington Park, go relatively unnoticed. Their wood was used in the past to make javelins, and more recently their fruits into jam. Unless it's a cold February, the streets of London come alive with early cherry blossom, most noticeably Myrobalan plum, Prunus cericifera. If the trees have white blossom, they are usually Prunus cericifera. If pink, Prunus cericifera bisardi, and if carmine, they are likely to be the cultivar nigra. Prunus cericifera bisardi gets its name from a Mr. Pissard, who was the Shah of Persia's gardener. The cultivar nigra goes on to develop dark purple leaves, and later these are the small dark purple trees we will see all over London. Although not eaten by Londoners, they all produce edible cherry plum fruits, although their unusual name of Myrobalan refers back to the time when the fruits were made into ointments. With the exception of almond trees, Prunus dulcis, most early cherries have small flowers. As they are so varied, you might expect there to be several different species, but in fact they are often just hybrids, varieties, cultivars or clones of Myrobalan plums and Japanese apricots, Prunus mum. Both have been cultivated for centuries, so there are a great variety of different colours varying from white through pink to carmine and even to madder. Add to this singles, doubles and semi-doubles, as well as a tendency for the flowers to fade into a different colour, and this explains the huge variety we see. Japanese apricots, which are a favourite bonsai tree, tend to be rarer, but a selection varying from white to shocking pink can be found in the woodland area at Wisley. For example, Prunus mum kaioka, Prunus mum kenkyo, and Prunus mum omai mamama. The almond tree is native to the Middle East, where some specimens are thought to be over 1,000 years old. Aaron's rod and the first British croziers were thought to be made from its branches. They also come in a range of colours, but it is the common pink-flowered varieties that are tinged with blue that get noticed most. This is because the faint blue makes the pink shout, especially in the evening light. Unfortunately, they are all terribly prone to disease, so the white form, alba plana, and the attractive double pink form, roseo plana, are both rare. Almond trees must have been one of the brightest sights in medieval London, but they now have to compete with a number of more recent introductions, such as Prunus cericifera divaricata, Prunus davidiana, Prunus sogdiana, Prunus cursa, and Prunus microcarpa, all of which can be seen at Wisley.